Hi, my name is Emily. I'm 29 years old, and probably going to be a little awkward because I haven't filmed a video in a super long time. So, yeah. Anyway, I just thought I would maybe make like a little introductory video since I want to start doing stuff on YouTube. So a little bit more about me. I graduated from university a few years ago with a bachelor's degree in English, and I have a TESOL certification. I was originally planning on teaching English abroad, but life just kind of had different plans for me. Also, sorry, there will probably be some cuts because I wrote stuff out and then I didn't think about the fact that I wrote it out on my phone and I'm recording on my phone, so I can't look at my notes app at the same time. Anyway, and also I'm in my car because this is kind of the best place for me. The lighting is great in here, so this is the best place for me to be right now. So I'm a first-time mom to an incredible little boy who just turned 1 this year. He is like the sweetest and like most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. Seeing his ever-growing curiosity and just like the wonder he feels at like the most minuscule things in the world. I don't know how to like put it into words. It's just really cool to witness every day, I guess. You know, things that we don't really care about anymore, think about because we're all grown up, is like, and he's just like, whoa, almost every time he sees it is like really cool. But yeah, having a child has definitely been really healing to my inner child. Hi, editing Emily here. I can't believe it, but I totally forgot to mention that I am also a cat mom. I have 3 cats, so I'll introduce them really quick in pictures. So this is my yeah, cat. So this is my soulmate cat / my firstborn and heir to the throne, Henry. Much like his mother, he is shy but very food motivated. He enjoys peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and hiding under the bed. This is the middle child, Poppy Seed. Also very food motivated, not very shy. He enjoys harassing Henry. This is the neighborhood stray, George, although I guess he's not really a stray anymore because he sort of adopted us when we moved back in with my dad. George is the king of the neighborhood, also very food motivated, desires to be in the house, but instead lives in our garage. Shortly after my son was born, my dad got really sick. He is elderly and disabled, and him getting sick just made things a lot worse. He's like more disabled now than he was before. And it came down to the decision of like either he gets put in a home or I take care of him because I'm kind of the only family he really has left. I made the choice to quit my job where I was working with kids and basically packed up in a weekend because it was like a really like fast, you have to make this decision kind of now sort of thing. Packed everything up from my old place in a weekend and moved back in with my dad. So basically that's what I do as like a job now. I take care of my dad full time. But doing all that stuff with a newborn was like really hard. And, you know, taking care of like being a first time mom and then like also taking care of my dad at the same time is really hard. It's hard on my mental health. So I do struggle with a lot of like just my mental health, I guess, in general. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was in 7th grade, and then delayed sleep phase syndrome when I was 14, and then in 2020 I kind of always knew, but I was formally diagnosed with chronic depression, which I've dealt with my entire life. I don't know why. I mean, that's why it's chronic and stuff like that. It just, whatever. And then also mild OCD, body dysmorphia, and panic disorder and CPTSD. So, like, I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff up in here all the time. Sometimes it's just really hard to sort of stay afloat, I guess. There are days that are really hard for me. So yeah, but I'm not gonna get like super into that. That's not like the point of this video. I was just putting that out there. Yeah, there are just days when I feel like I literally can't breathe and stuff. But, you know, you just gotta keep going. So that leads me to, like, what my channel is gonna be about and the things that I like to do, or the thing that I like to do the most is I've always been a really creative person. And, like, when I was 14, I used to make and sell polymer clay jewelry online. And then I just kind of, like, quit doing it. I think I did it for about a year or something. And, like, I always kind of loved it, but I just never went back to it. And then, when I was cleaning out my dad's storage after I moved back home, like, I found old polymer clay things that I made and, like, letters from kids that, well, like, I mean, they were, like, my age, but, like, kids, that, would write to me, because back then I did all of my ordering and stuff on, like, MySpace and Facebook and things like that, and I had, like, my dad helped me set up, like, a P.O. box, and I had it registered with a business name and stuff. It was really cool. They would write me letters to my P.O. box because, you know, they're just talking about how cute the stuff I made was, and, like, in hindsight, it's like, it looks like it was made by a little kid, but I don't know, I just found that and, like, stacks of shipping, like, receipts, and I just cried because this was something I used to love to do, and I just, like, stopped doing it because of, like, other factors going on in my life at the time, being a kid, it being the biggest. So I decided to pick it up again because I'm in a desperate need for something for me, because I'm doing so much for other people, and it's taking a really massive toll on my mental health. And I can't even remember the last time I really did anything for me anyway, because it was like I was dealing with so much stuff, and then I was in school, and then I was working all the time. At one point I had, like, 2 jobs, and then, like, I had a baby and all this other stuff. So yeah. And then I think I put off getting back into it because I was worried that, like, I wouldn't be good at it, and it would just, like, look really bad, and it would just be frustrating and, like, whatever. But I decided to just go for it because can't let fear keep you back. Went right in with reckless abandon, and I bought some clay and some stuff and watched some YouTube videos. The first thing that I made was this. I'll try and put, like, a clip of it because I forgot to bring it out here with me. I'm supposed to be running errands right now, but like, this like, swan ring holder thingy is, like, the first thing I made, and, like, definitely there are a lot of mistakes with it, and I learned a lot messing with a lot of stuff with it, and I definitely plan on making a video kind of about it, and I want to remake it at some point in the future. But that was the first thing I made, and I was hooked on it just ever since. I kind of feel like whenever I'm sculpting, it's the only time my mind can actually go completely quiet, because I am really stressed out most of the time, and I'm always, like, I have really bad negative self-talk and, like, yay, mental illness, you know? So, that's, like, the only time when I feel like I'm just so focused on what I'm doing and how I'm doing something. Oh, this looks great. Like, this actually is turning out really well and things like that. And I even feel like when I'm in the middle of crafting or, like, after I'm done, I'm just in so much of a better mood. That's been, like, an incredible thing for me to come back to. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time to craft, though, because I have a lot of stuff going on. But I try to do it when I can, like, when my son's taking a nap, or if I can manage to get him to go to bed early enough, I'll, like, stay up and do a little bit of crafting. But yeah, sculpting stuff with clay is really meditative and, like, magical to me, and I don't know, I love doing it so much. The things that I make and the things that inspire me are, like, obviously, like, my son, and just childhood in general. I hold childhood and child things really dear to my heart, because I didn't really get to have, like, I wouldn't say my childhood was, like, the worst childhood that ever existed, but I went through some things that I'm not going to get into detail about, and I had to grow up really, really fast. I'm trying not to cry. Okay, just it's a callback to my childhood. That's the childhood I should have had, the childhood I wanted to have had, the childhood I want my son to have, and like nature and like nostalgia, which I guess goes with childhood, right? It's sort of synonymous in a way. But yeah, those are the things that inspire me the most. I kind of want when people to look at the things that I make, even if they might be like simple or something, I want to evoke like a sense of like just like a pause, I guess, just to kind of look at it and feel like that same wonderment and like enchantment that you would feel in childhood, or just sometimes the sky is just the right shade of blue and they're like the perfect amount of clouds dotting it, or the way like you can see the dusties when the like sun shines in through the window, and like you just kind of stop and you're like, wow, life isn't so bad, I guess. And like, even though it's so simple. So that's kind of how I want to make people feel with the things that I make, because I do make the stuff, the ideas that I have they're from my heart. Yeah, I'm rambling, and this video turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I'm definitely going to be editing it down. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'd like to get to know you too. So feel free to share some things with me if you want to, like your favorite color or something. And just remember, everything will be okay, and it's okay to stop and dilly-dally every once in a while. Okay, bye-bye. I gotta go run errands now.